Hi guys, Everything NFL here, and today I am back with a brand new video going over whether I think the Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Herbert are ready to compete heading into 2020 season. This is mostly going to be about Justin Herbert going through his college stats, and then at the end bringing it all together and coming up with a prediction for how I think Herbert is going to do in his rookie season and the years onward going forward for the Chargers. And quickly before we get into the video, I want to say a quick thank you for all the support that comes on the channel. Make sure to go down and subscribe because all support is greatly appreciated. Also like the video and turn on notifications so you never ever miss a video. And now let's get right into it with no more messing about. After being selected 6th overall in the 2020 NFL Draft, Herbert is clearly the quarterback of the future for LA. Is it too early to say that the Oregon product can lead this team from the get-go? We'll be going over that in today's video. Herbert flew up draft boards over the off-season as he was easily, in my opinion, and quite a lot of other people's opinions, he was the third best quarterback in the 2020 class behind Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow and Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. He was the pick for the Chargers at 6 for a long time, and everyone knew it was going to be he was going to be the number 6 pick for quite a while. But his performance at the Rose Bowl and his stats for the 2019 college football season were what got him picked so high. But he was a starting quarterback for the Oregon Ducks for multiple seasons at the college level. So let's go over his stats and how he worked his way up to being a top NFL draft selection. He went to high school in his hometown of Eugene, Oregon, and later committed for the Ducks at a college level after being in high school, being a quarterback in high school. He would start out the year as QB2 on the depth chart for the Oregon Ducks, but he had a respectable freshman season, and we'll go over those stats now really quickly. He had 1,936 passing yards to 19 touchdowns to 4 picks, and he posted an okay 63.5% pass completion percentage. Good for Justin Herbert considering it was his freshman year in college and he wasn't the starting quarterback, but he doesn't turn over the ball a lot, and he showed it here. Even when he played, he had 19 touchdowns, which is decent for half the season, and only 4 interceptions. So his freshman year he was very accurate, and he always focused like he always did. He was always great at getting the ball in the hands of his receivers in his freshman year. But college, when you're starting out at college, you're obviously going to be a bit rusty. It's like coming to the NFL as a rookie. You're going to be a bit rusty. You're not going to be on it straight away because you're obviously coming into the professional scene for the first time, and it's going to be interesting to see how he does. Anyway, heading into his sophomore season at college, he would play more than he did as a freshman, but he ended up showing off his great arm and his natural knack and intelligence for the quarterback position more this year, as he threw for 1,983 passing yards, 15 scores to only 5 picks. So once again, another year with low interceptions and a decent amount of touchdowns. So he didn't play as good here in his sophomore season as he did in his freshman season, but he was moving forward to starting to show off why he was a top quarterback prospect in the nation going into his junior season at college. He fully took over his starting position for the Oregon Ducks as a junior in 2018 and did a fantastic job as a starter and started to prove why he was being sought after so much as a top quarterback in the nation, like I just said. He threw for 3,151 passing yards, 29 touchdowns to 8 picks, and he also had a 59.4 pass completion percentage, which isn't too great, but once again, he was still a raw talent. Even though coming after his junior season after being in college for 3 years, he was still a really raw talent, and no one really knew just how good Herbert really was. No one knew if he was the next big thing or a late first-round pick project quarterback. No one really knew what he was going to be. And he also severely considered declaring for the 2019 NFL Draft, but decided to head back to school for the 2019 college football season. And 2019 college football season would be his best year as an Oregon Duck, and what would elevate his draft stock to an incredibly high level to end up getting him selected where he was picked. He showed an improved level of accuracy and overall decision making, but he still had issues getting the ball out of his hands quick and to his receivers. But once again, heading into a pro system at Los Angeles Chargers, spearheaded by head coach Anthony Lynn, he's obviously going to fix quite a lot of his flaws going forward as a Charger. But he had a great stat line for Oregon by throwing for 3,471 passing yards, 32 touchdowns to only 6 interceptions. After coming out of his senior year at college, he ended up declaring for the 2020 NFL draft and was projected to be a top 10 to 15 pick at the start of the process. But like I said, he was projected as a mid-first round pick, and he rose up draft boards over time after his fantastic performances in the 2019 college football season and also the Rose Bowl. He was fantastic at the Rose Bowl, won MVP, and showed why he was also sought after there. He kept going over and over. Justin Herbert would have a game where he looked like there's no other college quarterback on his level, and then he would go and have a game and you'd be like, he's not a first round pick. He was so inconsistent at college, but these are all things that he can improve on so much at the professional level, and I think he will. So he ended up being mocked to the Los Angeles Chargers a lot, in a lot of mock drafts, going number 6 to LA. Some people were saying it was too high. He was even mocked to the Dolphins at 5 in some mock draft, and I didn't want him at the Dolphins. I had clearly had my eyes set on getting Tua, and obviously that's what happened for us. But getting back to the Chargers, he ended up going to LA with a 6th pick, and he has a lot of weight on his shoulders to succeed with an absolute loaded offense. The offensive line has got better with the trade for Trey Turner and the free agency signing of Brian Bulaga. They've improved a lot on the offensive line with Trey Turner as a guard, and Brian Bulaga was one of Aaron Rodgers' best offensive linemen at Green Bay for about the last 10 years. So it's a fantastic option. He's like 31, I think, Brian Bulaga, but he's great. Even if offensive lineman, look how good Marshall Yanda was. I know he's retired now, but look how great he was until he was an older age. And obviously you've got young ones like Quentin Nelson, who's fantastic. I can't wait to see how much better he's going to be. Could be one of the best guards in NFL history as his career improves. But getting back to the Chargers, on the offense, he's got absolute beast wide receiver Keenan Allen, who's a Pro Bowler and one of the most... I think he's one of the most electrifying wide receivers in the NFL. People don't give Keenan Allen the credit he deserves, whereas I think he's a top 10 receiver, and I think he's one of the best in the game. And he also has Mike Williams, who is a fantastic complimentary selected 7th overall out of Clemson in, I believe, 2017 or 2018. Might have been 2018, but I'm really not sure who it was. But he was great, and I can't wait to see how he continues to grow and improve his game at full fitness, because he's had a lot of injuries, but at full fitness I believe Mike Williams could be fantastic. They also have a fantastic tight end in Hunter Henry, who's had some injury problems but is now currently playing under the franchise tag in the 2020 season. But I think Hunter Henry is great. I think the Chargers need to hash out a long-term deal as soon as possible and get Hunter Henry pinned down for the long term, because I think he is one of the best tight ends in the National Football League. And also running back breakout star for 2019, Austin Eckler, was fantastic out the backfield. Great rusher, downhill runner, amazing receiving back as well. Always finds space, cutting behind the defensive line and getting open with the near the linebackers, and is fantastic with the ball in his hands. Great after the catch, and I can't wait to see how he does in this Los Angeles Chargers offense in 2020. And this is a more than adequate set of players to help Herbert succeed at the National Football League level. Do I think he's going to start, though? Personally, I think he's going to come in and play at week 7 or 8. If starting quarterback Tyrod Taylor, because Anthony Lynn has come out and said that Tyrod Taylor is the starting quarterback. So if Tyrod Taylor isn't playing too well, you can expect Herbert to come in and take the reins at like week 7, 8, maybe later, like 9 or 10. And it will then officially be Herbert's team from then on. But even though he spent 4 years at college, I still think he's a raw prospect. And I don't think he's match ready yet for the National Football League level. But I am really excited to see what the future holds for Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers. And that's all I have for today, guys. If you have made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate the time out of your day. It means the world to me. Don't forget to go down and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never ever miss an upload. And as I said, all support is greatly appreciated, and I will be back probably maybe some point this weekend with a brand new video, but I'm really not sure. It's either going to be tomorrow or Sunday I'll be back, but then I'll definitely have a video out for you guys on Monday. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great day, and see you later, guys.